Isaiah, just getting out there today and playing. I mean, I know it maybe sound like a simple question, but was it a relief to actually be out there playing when there was so much uncertainty?
Yeah, it was a big relief because like 6 months ago we never knew if we would be out here again this fall, and being able to actually play against another team in a different jersey, different color jersey, it felt good to finally release all that hard work we finally put in on that field, and I think we did a good job showing it today.
We'll go Eric Bailey.
Hey Isaiah, Lincoln mentioned how important it was to get that shutout. It's been, I think, 5 years since Oklahoma's had a shutout. What did it mean to you and the defense to get a zero?
It was a statement game for us. We talked about it last night as a team. This is a statement game, season opener. We got standards on this defense, and as this team, and pitching shutouts is one of them, and holding our defense accountable to the goals we have set out for us. So it meant a lot for us to get a takeaway for one, and also to pitch a shutout because we preach 3-and-out takeaway each and every day, and for us to hold a team to zero, a goose egg for the first time in 5 years, meant a lot to us, and we take pride in that.
Jenny Carlson.
Hey Isaiah, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey, talk a little bit about inside the defense. Obviously, the zero is the big thing for you guys. But what else did you like about what you guys did defensively tonight? Got a couple sacks, and obviously the takeaway. Didn't have many plays over 10 yards. Missouri State didn't. But what did you like about the performance tonight?
I like the effort we had flying to the ball, especially in that opening possession. You seen our linebackers filling in gaps, our defensive line getting penetration. I love to see the energy and passion that we had flying around, taking pride in what we did this fall camp and this summer. So really our passion and energy flying to the ball and really attacking instead of being passive and taking advantage of everything we had.
Thank you.
We'll go with Joe Bedner.
Before the game, when you stood along the sideline for the moment of unity and just that moment right there, what was going through your mind? And then for the crowd to, I don't know, applaud or cheer, but just it seemed like a positive reaction to what you guys did. Could you talk about that moment?
Yeah, we've known and we've seen what's been going on throughout this summer with the social injustice. So we took it upon ourselves to show that we stand for unity, and we stand for everything that's right. So for the crowd to be along with that and for the crowd to accept what we were doing, it was like a confidence booster. Like, okay, like we're making a step in the right direction. So it meant a lot to us for our fans to support us and for our team to come together and for the social injustices and to come together for unity. It meant a lot to us and obviously to our fans as well.
Do you know when that decision to do that type of thing came about?
It was mainly throughout the summer. We talked about different ideas, different things to show that we stand for what's right, and we made that decision not too long ago, several weeks ago, I guess you could say, and we really we went with it. I mean, despite the reaction of the crowd, what was going to happen, we were going to go with it because we know what we stood for, and we know what we were going to do out there.
Thank you.
We'll go Bob Brisbane.
Another crowd question. Obviously not a huge crowd tonight, but what did you think? Atmosphere and how different did it feel for you?
I didn't feel too different because the crowd brought that same energy that they would, whether it was 25% of the stadium or 80,000 people in there. And us coming out there, running out the tunnel, they were loud as can be. I mean, and it felt the same as it was before. Obviously, it didn't look the same, but for us, I mean, we didn't care if it was 80,000 out there or nobody out there. We could still feel that energy, and we brought energy upon ourselves as well because we got to come out there with that chip on our shoulder. But the crowd helped out a lot, and we could tell that they were there to support us, and we could feel that energy, and it didn't feel too different as it would compared to the 80,000.
A few more for IT. Ryan Chapman.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, Coach Grinch obviously stresses turnovers at stretches and times early last season. You guys played really well, but kind of had a turnover drought. What did it mean for the defense to get that interception there in the second half?
Oh, it meant a lot. You could tell by our reaction after the play was over. That's what we preach the most. 3-and-outs and takeaways. I mean, it meant a lot to us to see that ball in the air and the Laren come down with the interception and all the energy and all all the excitement came off that sideline and went to the field and to Delaire, and it meant a lot to us. We didn't have as many as we wanted, but it's a step in the right direction on what we expect to do with our defense. So we're going to build off that and obviously try to get more as the season goes.